Doing the old classic today, so river beef. Quite a big chunk of meat today. It's 3 ribs, quite closely cut. Nice colour to it. Fat's not quite as tasty looking as I'd like, but there you go. Beggars can't be choosers. That's going to take an hour or so in the oven, hour and a quarter probably. I'm going to do it today with cauliflower cheese. So we've got some little nuggets, very small cauliflower. So that's all we had really. I only had some cheese sauce in the freezer, so I'm going to churn that out. That's going to be in the oven for half an hour, maybe at the end. Standard old carrots. I've got my horseradish Dauphinois ready to go in the oven. It should be nice. With any luck, there's the little lump you can see on top. That's the horseradish. And it's all layered up and throughout now, actually, so just on top. And finally, to go with it, had the blackberry and apple crumble ready to go in the oven. So we're all kind of pretty much there, and of course Yorkshires. There's my Yorkshire batter mix resting in the fridge. So, any luck, should have a nice day roast. Okay, beef update. This is 20 minutes later. It's been on a really hot oven to give it the initial crust, and you can really see it's very brown now. It's got a lovely colour on it, and then, if only you could smell it. Some of the fats are on. So what I'm going to do now with my magical spoon, actually it's just a normal spoon, sorry, is take some of the fat off, and now you use that to line my Yorkshires tray. I like little Yorkshires, they suit the way I like to cook them. I like to make them better. So I use beef fat basically to cook my Yorkshires. So the oven's now been turned down to 150, that's going back in once I've spun the fat off for about another 50-55 minutes. Okay, beef now done. It's gone out of the oven, and that should be just about ready. Very caramelised, got a lot of oil and fat in the pan. Yorkshires, there's the fat in there, so I already took it off earlier. It's going back now in a hot oven. I'm going to whack the temperature back up again to, I don't know, about in between those two. Get that melt down, and then I get Yorkshires in. Meanwhile, we've got the cauliflower cheese in there, and the Dauphinois all slowly cooking away. So, happy to deal with this. Quick now on gravy while I'm here. What I tend to do is take the meat off, and then I've got some obviously juices and fat left in the pan here. Sometimes there's too much fat, so I take some off. Today I haven't, because I was planning on making gravy for an awful lot of people. I like mine quite runny actually, so although you can see me adding flour here, I'm not stirring that in. I'm going to put probably at least a pint of stock in here. So it's not exactly going to be particularly thick gravy come when it's finished. I just want something coating, but I don't want anything, thick, cloying, shall we say. Anyway, and all these little bits, the black bits and stuff, they're all going to dissolve into the gravy. They're going to melt down, and they're going to give it this wonderful, dark, rich flavour, which, of course, is what everyone looks for in a gravy. And there you have it, gravy. So this is the finished. Well, not finished, but pretty much close to finished gravy. So I've just basically taken what you saw earlier, reduced it down a bit, added some chicken stock. You see it's got a lovely glistening colour. It still needs a bit more cooking, just need some adjusting of the seasoning, but pretty damn tasty. It's going to be good. Okay, so there's the finished product. So the beef's actually very, very rare. Yorkshires and came out alright. So the cauliflower gravy's lovely, and the wine is lovely. But we will see. Proof is in munching. You know, I meant to blog about leftovers for the beef. I completely forgot to, well not forgot, I was very busy tonight with the logs and wood, because I had to restock our wood burner and get more wood. So I haven't blogged with the recipe for my sugo, which is made out of river beef. To give you an idea how much is in here, this is how much sugo we have. This is just about to start simmering down now. See the size of that pot, I reckon it must be 8 litres maybe of sugo. It just goes to show why river beef is such a good cut, because it tastes beautiful and it makes meals for weeks. Okay, a little bit about thrift again. I talk a lot about thrift in my blog, and I can be probably a bit mad about it, but the thing is, it's just so true. And I bought a river beef the other day. River beef is not a cheap piece of meat. It's one of the best cuts you can get of beef. So and it's wonderfully tasty and very tender. So we had a roast river beef, and that fed us for 2 meals. And we had did again because we had leftovers for another meal, so that was 4 meals. And I've frozen maybe 4 portions, probably 6 portions of just raw meat as well. So I'm going to send it to curry probably sometime. I may want to take it because it's frozen. So we're 10 meals, and then we had beef again tonight. We had bolognese with masuga. So that's then 12 meals, I think, out of that beef. And it's 20 good piece of beef. So that's what we've already had. 12 meals out of a 20 pounds piece of beef. This is what we just finished making. Each one of these pots is now bolognese. So just with a little beef left over, and this has been combined with fresh herbs from the garden. We've got rosemary in there, thyme, we've got marjoram, and a bit of bay, celery, carrot, onion. Pretty standard bolognese. But each one of these pots will feed us another 2 meals. So I know I've lost count. This is another. We got 6, 12, 13 here. That's 26 meals. We've already had 12. That makes 38 meals from a 21 piece of beef. A very, very prime beef. 36 meals. So you're telling me it's an expensive piece of beef? I think not.